Hello, good evening. We're live. Welcome back to our KV Connects Productivity live stream. I'm Catherine and I'm excited to have you with me today. KV Connects is more than just a live stream series, it's a community dedicated to personal growth and meaningful connections. Our mission is to inspire you to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be, all while becoming your best self. And tonight or today, we're diving deeper into the art of setting effective triggers for time blocking. So, in this session, we will explore personalized trigger strategies, how to tailor your triggers to your unique lifestyle and preferences, overcoming common hurdles, tips for staying motivated, and overcoming obstacles in your time blocking journey. If you're doing the journey with me, as you know that as I mentioned in my previous live stream that I'm on a time blocking journey, and if you're doing it with me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And also the science behind triggers. So understanding the psychology of habit formation and um how triggers play a crucial role. So let's get started and unlock your full potential with the power of effective triggers. So, what is the science behind triggers for time blocking? So, what is a trigger? A trigger is a cue or a signal that prompts a specific behavior. Okay, it's like your brain triggers are like reminders telling your brain it's time to do this. Okay, think of it like this: the brain learns to connect triggers with actions. Like, say, for example, if you always do your homework or your work after dinner, your brain will start thinking dinner time is equal to homework time. Also, rewards make it easier to remember. So if you give yourself a treat after finishing a task, your brain will think doing this task is good because I get the reward. So this reminds me of my son. Whenever I give him like a treat after, you can have ice cream after doing this. So they like doing that specific task because after that they're gonna get a reward. So something like that. So what are the triggers for building a time blocking habit? So there are there are what we call the time based triggers, location based triggers, task based triggers, and habit based triggers. Okay, so let's start first with time based triggers. So ask yourself, what time of day are you most productive? Use this to schedule your most demanding tasks. So let's say start of the workday. So if you are more productive, if you feel more like you have that energy in the morning before you start your day, you can set the trigger there. That's trigger. You can start the habit that you want to build, right? So as soon as you arrive work, you review your daily schedule or to-do list. It could be if it's at the end of your lunch break, use that transition from lunch to the afternoon as a signal to time your next time block. Or there are specific times of the day. Dedicate certain hours for specific tasks like deep work in the morning or creative tasks in the afternoon. So as for me, I said that I have to do everything first um in the day. Like I have to do my morning routine and then I have to work, and then that's what I'm gonna do from 8:30 to 9:30. That's my pledge that I have to insert my time blocking journey between those that hour. Okay, next is location based trigger. You have to ask yourself, where do you work best? It could be in a quiet space in your home, could be in a coffee shop, wherever you feel it's ideal for different tasks. So it will depend. So say for example, the workspace, the site of the workspace or the desk in your home office can be a cue to start working. So say for example for me, as long as I sat down on this chair, it's work time, right? So specific areas we can assign different areas for different activities like a reading nook or a planning corner. So there you go, the location based. And then next is the task based triggers. So what habits do you already have? Tie time blocking existing routines such as your morning or evening rituals. Okay, completing a task. Once you finish a task, refer to your schedule to determine the next step. And then it could be checking your to do list. While reviewing your to do list to identify the most urgent or important tasks that need to be scheduled, right? So it depends. You gotta tie your the task to your habit that you're trying to build. Next is habit-based triggers. This is what I really like because what tasks do you naturally gravitate towards? Because you have to schedule this task at times when you're most likely to be motivated. Say for example, the morning routine. After completing your morning routine, let's say after um meditation or exercise, you can then transition into your work schedule or evening routine like in my case, before I end my work day, I plan the schedule for the next day. Okay? So by constantly associating these triggers with time blocking, we can gradually make it habitual part of the daily routine. So how do triggers work? So I've talked about um location based, habit based, task based, and time based, right? So how do they work for time blocking? Okay, so how do we work on this around the time blocking? So first is choose a reminder. This could be a specific time, that's the time based, a place, location, or even habit that you already have. Then we're going to link that to time blocking. So every time we see that reminder, we're going to start the time block. And don't forget to reward yourself. So we gotta give ourselves a small reward after completing a time block to make it more enjoyable. So we have to celebrate that small win. Okay, hey, finally I've completed my 15-minute time block. So after 15 minutes, if I'm pleased with myself, I'm going to treat myself into whatever will make you feel good. You can scroll if you feel like you've deprived yourself with some self-care time, you can read a book. Or because as for me, I feel like I've been depriving myself of reading some book because I feel like I don't have enough time for that. But I've been working on that for how many days now. So yeah, so over time, the brain will learn to associate the trigger with time blocking, and this will make it easier to stick to the schedule and be more productive. So I hope you find value on how trigger works, on how crucial setting triggers for our time blocking journey is. So I think that will be all for this live stream series. If you've reached this minute of my live stream, I really appreciate you. I hope you comment down below your name, and I'd like to appreciate you for reaching this last minute of my live stream series. I'm going to see you again tomorrow for another topic about this time blocking journey. I'll see you again and have a good night.